Hello, I am Rev Jun. My journey has been anything but conventional, and I believe that's exactly what our world needs right now. I spent the first 20 years of my career as a management accountant immersed in the practical realities of how organizations function. I understood balance sheets and cash flows, analyzed business decisions, and witnessed firsthand how economic pressures shape the choices leaders make every day. I lived in the world of numbers, deadlines, and bottom lines. A world where efficiency and profit often drive the conversation, but something was stirring in me. I felt a calling that couldn't be satisfied by spreadsheets alone, so I made what many considered a radical career shift. I left the corporate world for seminary training. This wasn't about abandoning my business background. It was about deepening my understanding of what should truly guide our decisions. Seminary opened up new dimensions of thinking. I dove deep into theology, philosophy, and the comprehensive framework of Christian worldview. But unlike many of my peers who came from traditional academic backgrounds, I brought something different to the table. 20 years of real-world business experience. I understood the tensions that Christian professionals face when trying to live out their faith in environments that don't always align with kingdom principles. This unique perspective led me into 2 decades as a theological educator, where I developed curriculum that wasn't just theoretical but practical. I was teaching Christian worldview to people who, like my former self, were trying to navigate the complex intersection of faith and professional life. I spent these years writing, teaching, and developing educational materials that helped people understand how a Christian perspective should inform every aspect of life, not just Sunday worship, but Monday morning meetings. Now, after 4 decades of this combined journey, I'm exploring the world of podcasting and online content. Why? Because I believe we desperately need voices that can bridge the gap between the sacred and the secular, between Sunday sermons and strategic planning sessions. My passion is exploring how Christian socio-political economic perspectives should inform our decision-making in every sphere of life. Too often we compartmentalize our faith, treating it as something separate from our professional, political, or economic choices. But Christian worldview calls us to integration, to see every decision through the lens of kingdom principles. I've sat in boardrooms where ethical corners were cut for quarterly profits. I've watched political decisions prioritize power over people. I've seen economic systems that ignore human dignity, but I've also experienced the transformative power of applying biblical wisdom to these very real challenges. This podcast isn't about preaching to the choir or retreating into Christian bubbles. It's about engaging thoughtfully with the complex issues of our time, from business ethics to economic policy, from political engagement to social justice, all through the comprehensive lens of Christian worldview. I bring 40 years of experience navigating both the practical and the theological, and I'm excited to share this journey with you. Let's explore together how ancient wisdom applies to modern challenges, and how faith can transform not just our hearts, but our decisions.